This is a print and cut sticker that I made using my Silhouette Cameo Designer Studio to use the trace by color to hollow out the interior of the graphic so that it doesn't have any white in the center of the graphic there. I'll show you how I use the trace by color function and also the trace and detach function to be able to do this. So let's get started. So in getting started, you can see that we're here on the main design space area, and I've got my virtual cutting mat here on the screen along with the media that we'll be using, which is a 8.5 inch by 11 inch vinyl sticker paper virtually represented here on the screen. And I've also got my image right here of this dragon that we'll be using for this demonstration here. And so let me move this off to the side, and you can see that it looks like it does have a clear or transparent background, and one might think this would be ready to go to cut if you wanted to cut just the dragon out and not a big square or rectangle around it. Because it's clear, you would think that the background is clear, you think that it would cut on the outside edges as well as all these inside edges so that when you print and cut this, these will be removable on the inside so that you don't have white in the inside of your image, right? So, but let's put this here back on your media, and you can see that when I go to the send function, like you're about to go cut this, it's just a rectangle around it. So if I went and tried to send this to my Cameo, it won't cut the dragon out. What it will cut is this rectangle that's around the dragon. And we can see that a little bit better if I go here and click on by the line colors that it would cut. This is what basically it's telling Silhouette anything that's this whatever color this is, and it shows up here as this dark black as this black color. That's what it's going to cut. It's not going to actually cut the dragon, and so we're going to have to do something in order to tell the Silhouette Cameo that we want to cut out the dragon and not this square, despite this having a transparent background. And the way to do that, originally, most people might just use the regular trace function, which is this butterfly looking button here, which opens up your trace panel, right? And so one of the ways I had shown in some of my previous videos is to use your trace and your select trace area, which converts your arrow clicker into now a crosshair. And what you would do is you would put a traceable area window over the item that you want to trace, and you see turning yellow, and then you would adjust your thresholds to capture just the image. And so anything that's highlighted in yellow is what it's going to capture. And in this case, since I want just a dragon, I would have to do trace and detach. So I click that, let it do its thing. Looks like nothing happened, but if I move this out of the way, you can see it got the dragon and it traced out. These are the things that it couldn't catch, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete those. Boom. All right. So one might think now, because everything was yellow in here, that it'll cut the outside as well as these inside white areas as well. But if we go back to our send function, you'll see that, yes, it now has the dragon as an image by itself, but it will not cut anything on the inside here. So if we printed this and cut it, it would just cut the outer edge of the dragon. And these in your sticker now will have white patches inside. And if that's what you want, then that's totally fine. But if you wanted to hollow these out so you can weed them out, and that way the color of whatever you apply this sticker to will show on these hollowed out areas, um, you would have to have some way to cut these out. So the way I have found to do that is to, and I'll move this off to the side here to see it a little better, it's a little easier, is to then, in the same trace panel, you'll notice this dropper here, which is trace by color. So click that, and then click trace by color. And then here, what I'll do is, it looks like a pencil almost icon. So click in one of these gray areas, boom. And just like on the regular trace, you can see that it fills in this area as yellow. And what it's going to do is it's going to trace this out. And then when we hit trace and detach, that becomes an item or a chunk that we can then delete out, just like we did on the outer edges of this. So you can, it has a default tolerance of 2, but you can increase this a little bit to kind of sharpen up um, the area that's going to fill in and trace and detach. If you go too far, you can see me going, like I'm at 68% now. You can see it's going into the body of the dragon. You don't want to do that. I have found that the default of around anywhere from 2 to 10% tends to be a pretty good range. And so I'll stick with 2%, which is the default. Hit trace and detach. And then if I click this, you can see now this entire area is an actual item that I can now hit delete, right? And so if I go here and move it back, it all looks the same visually to your eye, But the way to check that is I go to send again, and now you see it has the cuttable line on the inside. So your Cameo now will cut out not just the outer edge, but it'll also cut out this inner edge. And so in order to get the rest of these white areas that you want to cut out and weed out later, you'll have to do that same process for each of those areas. To make it a bit easier, I like to enlarge the image a bit so that when I do click in the areas, small areas like this are easier to click into. And so you do a trace by color on each area. So boom, trace and detach, trace by color again, click, trace and detach, trace by color. I'm going to get this small area right here, trace and detach, trace by color, that area there, trace and detach. I'm going to get this area here, trace and detach. And then here, you have to look, there's going to be two small areas, even though it looks like it's one. So I'm going to get that one there, trace and detach, trace by color. I'm going to get this one here, trace and detach. And then the last one, this one right here, should be the last one. So trace and detach. All right, so now I'm going to move my dragon out of the way, and you can kind of see the little speckles that it was not able to catch as part of the image. So I'm going to select all those, but just by doing a drag selection window around it and just deleting all those. I'm going to put this back to its original size, which I think the width I had was 6. So if I just hit 6, hit enter, and since I have the aspect ratio locked, it'll adjust the vertical size accordingly. And so now we can check to make sure that your silhouette cameo will cut not just the outside edge, but all the interior edges as well that you can then weed out later. So now that we hit send and I have it again set to trace by line, or if I go back to standard, you can see either way, it's going to pick that up. And what it'll do now is when you print this and send it, it will cut anything that is red line outlined here. And these areas on the inside, you can now weed out because your silhouette cameo would have cut them out. So before we do that though, the next step is to go ahead and send this to print. And so now that we've taken out all those areas that we want to be able to weed out, it's time to go ahead and send this to print. And so actually I'm going to duplicate this here and just move this down so that I can have two images, one as a backup in case I mess up when I apply the decal or the sticker later. Okay, and so since I did duplicate that, all the properties that we just did on the first image will transfer as well, as you can see here on the cut side. So what you'll want to do next is go ahead and print your image. Make sure that when you do print, that you have all your printer settings set appropriately, the type of paper, whether it's matte or glossy. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you. So let's go and hit print. Brings up the print section here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit print. And then on mine, I'm going to go to more settings, which brings up the actual printing preferences menu. And so I'm going to print this on matte letter-sized printable vinyl. And so for my particular printer, you'll have to check what works for yours. I'm going to use matte photo paper and a high print quality. Make sure that my printer paper size is 8.5 by 11, and then whatever source tray that you're going to be sending the media through your printer. I do like to hit this print before preview before printing, just as one last check before I actually hit print to make sure that it looks like it's supposed to. So once I have all of my settings ready to go in the print function, go ahead and click OK. And then I'm going to hit print here. And it's going to think for a second. It's going to think for a second. It's going to load the image up into the printer's queue so that it can print. The next thing it should do is create the print preview, which it's still thinking about doing here. And boom, here's our print preview. You got my registration marks that's going to show. It's got my two images that I want printed. It's the right paper size. It's the right media size, et cetera, et cetera. So once I know that is ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and hit start printing, and it will go ahead and print out. And so now that you have everything printed out and ready to go, what you'll want to do then is load it onto your physical mat that you're going to be using. Make sure you orient it correctly like this. So the mat arrow, this is how you'd feed it into the Cameo. Make sure that since we have it oriented this way, that it is up against the top left corner here, line up as best you can, as square as you can to it with the little square towards the top left. Once that's all ready to go, load it into your Cameo, get it set to go. Then you'll hit your send button. And then I have it tracing by, you can go by standard right here, which will just pick up whatever. I like to go by line color sometimes if I have multiple items here, but standard works just as well in this particular case. Make sure that you have your other settings here correct as well. I've made a mistake where it had, sticker paper here, cut, but then it had pen instead. So I already have under the sticker menu, something that I've already experimented with and predefined. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to use the cut function and not the other functions here, sketch or stipple. So I want to use cut. And then this one automatically puts the auto blade. I want to make sure that it says a blade of some sort. And I'm using the auto blade, but if you have these other blades, be sure to select those as appropriately. Now, again, these are custom settings that I have found work for how I'm going to do things. But so you'll want to adjust yours. I have found that if you're not going to laminate your stickers, which actually I am not going to, so I have found that if I click on the sticker, that if I just do sticker paper white, notice that my settings, my force changed, and my speeds changed, and my blade depth changed. But I also know that in my particular case, I'm going to go down to blade depth of 1 because the sticker paper I'm using is pretty thin. And if I go 2, it'll cut through the backing or cut into the backing as well. So 1 I know works fine, the force is fine, and then the speed for me is fine as well. Once you have all of your particular settings ready to go, and you may have to experiment, these are things that I have learned just through trial and error, what the best settings are for your particular Cameo and your blades that you're using, then you can go ahead and hit send. All right, so now that I've sent this through my Cameo to cut out the image as well as everything in between, let me take this off of my cutting mat here. And to weed this out, I like to use an X-Acto style knife, but let's start by getting rid of the outside areas first. And so I like to, as I peel it, I get to the image, I like to hold the image down just in case. This stuff does kind of rip fairly easily, I have found, so it's sort of makes it easy to do some of these weeding out and peels just like that. So you can see that the outside image was traced nicely and cut nicely as I peel away this main bulk of the vinyl. And then so now I like to use an X-Acto knife with a pretty sharp fine tip here to get rid of anything in between that would need to be weeded out. So just poke a little bit to get into the vinyl and then peel it away. So poke and peel, kind of a poke and flick almost, really. So poke, grab that, poke, flick it up so that I can grab it. Just like this. There's a, did I get that guy already? Looks like I might have. So this one, this one, this one. Alright, so that image is fully weeded out with all the areas that need to be hollow. So when I peel this away, carefully without ripping this, you can see that it's, that the, whatever you put this through will show through this empty area now instead of being white sticker paper. So let me finish weeding out the rest of this here. Alright, so now that we've got everything weeded out on the outside as well as the inside, this is ready to go and for application as well. So we've hollowed out, we're taking out all those inner white pieces on the inside of the actual graphic itself so that the surface will show through those areas instead of white sticker paper. And this is the final result of the sticker now applied to, in this case, a PC case, and you can see why I wanted to have those areas hollowed out instead of having the white sticker paper there so that the line can shine through. If you're interested in how to make your own print and cut stickers from start to finish using your Silhouette Cameo, be sure to click the video on the screen. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to do so and hit that bell notification so you get notices when I post new content to the channel. Also, if you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great day.